So, rested for an hour or so and a bit of meditation. Put some stuff away now. Time to head back to Falkreath. I feel a little bit better after destroying the vampire cult in Hammersheim. I mean, if Barbara's had told her there was a cult in there, she would never have known. I think she's just going to leave Vile as he is. With his power split between his statue and Barbas. I don't trust Vile at all. Oh, what's going on over there? Whoa. Oh, these goons again, is it?
Your elders.
Some witch or something. God damn it.
Nice. Got some fight in me.
Corruption staff. Yeah. Well, that's a good start to the day, isn't it? At least we've got an arrow back. Yeah, some of those earthly wind spells can be pretty potent. Especially the wind spells can actually the cloaks can blow you away. So Danifae encountered that with a Hagraven. It'd be pretty tricky to take down. You used to keep your distance and do it with arrows. But she'll be glad to get back to her friends. He's still staying in at Falkreath. She didn't actually expect to keep them there so long. Just that the kind His Kaid missions was something she had to do herself. And things just seem to escalate from there with news of that cult near Helgen, so we'll take care of that. More or less.
Yes?
I know she's actually changed her pack into the an amulet of kind now. Oh, what's going on? People in a hurry this moment. enjoying a good brew this morning. Well, the mist rolling in early, may have guessed. Oh, well, we'll take care of that in a minute. Well, my friends, I'm back. Sorry it took so long.
How are we doing over here?
How can I argue with that?
Okay, just this once.
So what now? There's plenty
Zora.
more where that came from. Just give
I
a
have a plan
holler.
of where to go next. You all ready?
I really like your robe.
Need something?
Careful where you say those words, girl. You know not what you speak.
I guess there'll be a film more in here. That spoiled my appetite. Let's get out of here.
What do you need?
I've studied the masters, from the writers of the Poetic Edda to the minstrels of the Oak, but there's no substitute for experience.
Right, I think we need to go to get some advice first. Go to Carspire, talk to Esbjörn, and I'll probably buy some arrows from the Divine Elegance store at the same time. Come on then.
There are worlds in every tree trunk, every branch, every root. Thousands of souls from the shadows to the sun, tied to a single stretch of wood. Look!
There, can't have missed him coming down out around us. I might get him end up losing each other. So too nice a day to have missed.
Stendar's mercy be upon you, for the vigil has none to spare.
Let's check where yeah.
Stendar's mercy be upon you, for the vigil has none to spare.
Yeah, that's what your friend said. You better hurry up and catch up with her. Yes, I actually need some advice from Esbjörn at the Blades. He might know something about the Elder Scroll that she needs to find. Quite a learned man from what she gathered. Certainly well experienced anyway from what she's seen of his knowledge and his fighting prowess. The Golder still behind us. That's what heavy armour. You alright, Golder?
Let's get going.
Okay.
Is there anything else you need?
Okay.
I'm on my way to Windhelm to join up with the Stormcloaks. Ulfric has the right of it.
Well done, yeah.
I may have roots in Cyrodiil, but Skyrim's as much my home as any Nords.
Well done, you. Hope he makes it. probably hope he's going that way. Quite a way to go, though. He should be actually maybe go along that way. Oh, it gets a troll. You get soul out of it.
I bet.
Oh man, you should.
That's the end of that.
At least I like
There we
to
go.
think so.
I don't need any more troll fat. I've got quite enough for now. Come on then. Ah, yes. I love places like this. Good kills. I'll leave him to it. That was quite a view, I must say. Woohoo! Yeah. Here's looking at the view, my friends. Let's go. Yeah, it's over here. I'll pop out the store on the way and see if we get any more silver arrows. Might become in very handy if we're going to be fighting vampires. Oh! Where are the traps? Oh, I take it Zora's having a detour, is she? Okay. Oh, there she comes. Her little legs. Pumping for all they're worth. You alright, Zora?
Yes.
That's good.
2 hands are better than 1.
Yes. Especially for big weapons. Hunter, is it? Hello.
Yes? All right then.
Okay. Interesting stone formation up there. Okay. Oh, the bear somewhere around out here. Oh lovely, starting to rain. So well, like dragon scales are pretty waterproof. Yeah, it's just along here, so not far to go. Might get out of the rain for a while. Oh, saber cat. Oh. Excuse me guys, just wait a minute. Oh, look who it is. Well, well.
Apologies.
If someone
All things considered,
Yes.
Not all the passions are virtuous. Greed, lust, and rage, to name a few.
Orders.
But those are the obvious ones. Guilt is one people often forget, because it always comes after the others.
Where's the other one? Oh, in the grass, okay. Your bread smells fresh, so that's fine. Same orders that they usually carry. Interesting. Oops. Killed them. Beer over there, maybe the saber cut killed them earlier. Okay, here we are. Look at the elegant store. Now, where did I buy those arrows from? I can't remember now.
Need something?
Not for sale.
Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Well, damage, hopefully. Oh, there's some. Excellent. Buy some of them.
Good day.
Thank you. Hello.
What do you need? Take a look.
Oh, she's got apparel, that's fine. Right, that's okay.
All right then.
Yes? Take a look.
Yes. Anything I don't know.
Good day.
Yes. I think that's everything I need. I don't think there's any anywhere else selling silver arrows here, so. Yeah, that's it, okay. Green thing. So a candle. That's nice, that. The Danifae light's green anyway, so Right, let's get out of here. Hell was the entrance? Can't remember now. Goodness sake. Here I think, yeah, it's right, that's it. Oh, the rain stopped. That's good.
Look! When I strike you, you
Oh, here
fall.
Right, Imperials, okay.
Glory of the Empire!
See, look, my new shield.
I'm going to cleave the meat off your bones.
Punch me, did he? Oh, someone saved me.
No! That's...
We sure
Looks like
showed
that's the
them,
last
eh?
of them. We really make for a deadly fight.
Have you seen those Briarheart men? That's some evil magic right there.
Yes, I have Golder. Took some hearts out of them. Nothing in the pouches. Hey, let's go. Well, so the head rolled away down there, eh? From up there down to down here. Yeah, the Reach has got a beat of its own. It's a trees, but it's a lot more rugged than Falcon's.
That was a good workout.
No more force one round out here. Let's put the old muffle in just in case. I think we should be okay. This place out pretty recently, so to check.
Come on! Come on!
Oh,
Die, damn you! Someone there? That's the end of that.
well, Daniel, your armour's a bit bloody. But, clear that off in the water. So we're going to try and repopulate this place.
We've stopped. What is it?
Yeah, just to try to remember the slope up here. Oh, Gold, I think you might like this place in here. Full of Nord history. Not this bit, but further in.
Most bard songs are about love and war. No one wants to hear a tune about the frugal merchant.
Behold the entrance to Karspar, Golder. So what's your step? Yeah, it's safe enough. I've already disabled the traps in here, so...
The Forsworn are as wild as wolves. practice those old magics, so some folks say.
Yes, they do. I'll be looking into that a bit anyway, so... Anyway, behold the entrance to Skyhaven Temple. Apparently it was home to the Blades. Akaviri, if my history is correct. Anyway, I'll find Esbjörn's quite talkative about this kind of thing, so yeah, we'll learn a lot from him. Well, hello, Dave. Oh, who's that?
I see Delphine wasn't kidding when she said this place needed tidying up. That's what happens when you leave a home to dust and age. Although I think most of this mess can't be more than a week old.
Who made the mess, do you think?
If I had to take a guess, I'd say it was Delphine herself that made it. Esbjörn's too bookish to be tossing things around on the floor like a skeever. Not that I'd ever cross Delphine. Oh no, a delicate flower like me has no business talking back to someone with such big feet. I'm bound to get trampled, and then poor Esbjörn wouldn't have anything to stare at. Well, other than that delightful little wall.
Yeah, it's delightful, isn't it? So I take it that Esbjörn of Delphine let you in here then?
It was Delphine. Esbjörn protested, but in the end he couldn't say no to a pretty face. Not Delphine's, mind you, but mine. I don't want to be mean, but Delphine's face looks like she spent the last 10 years scraping it with a fork. Maybe she does. Maybe she smelt food on her breath and she was trying to get at it. I told Esbjörn as much, and he thought I was mad.
So why did Delphine invite you then?
Well, for one, because she needs me. Someone has to wash all the pots and plates, sweep the floors, and change poor Esbjörn's sheets. And I owed her for letting me stay at her inn in Riverwood after I left my first husband. Or did he leave me? Sometimes I forget who did what. Delphine offered to put me up at half the rate. I didn't like it at first. Whole thing smelt fishier than a Thalmo's politics.
So why did you agree to it?
Like most folks, I hid my gold for a rainy day. I did it hoping I'd never need it, but knowing I someday might. Only when that time came, I forgot where I put it. And by the time I remembered, I heard a dragon burn the city to the ground.
All right.
That's why I don't really like dragons. Me and the folk here share that in common.
Well, if you ever Delphine ever fall out, you know that Hilligan's been built back up again, so you can always go back there if you need to. So are you an official member of the Blades?
Oh no, I haven't taken the oath. You never want to take an oath, child. The person who gives it might whisper something at the end, in a voice so low, only the dogs can hear it. Right before you say, I do. Next thing you know, you've sworn an oath to be their personal love slave. Not a chance. I told myself the last time that was never happening again. Now, I'm not disparaging Delphine. She's a sweet young lady, but even sweethearts can be swayed by the allure of power over another human being.
I don't believe that sort of oath would be binding.
Of course it would. Otherwise, anyone can weasel their way out of an oath, just by saying they didn't hear all the parts they didn't like.
Okay, so tell me more about yourself.
I don't mean to be rude, but when you're my age, there's a lot of yourself to tell, and you're likely to fall asleep halfway through telling it. If I had to sum my existence up in a neat little recipe, I'd say I'm 1 ounce of grit, 2 teaspoons of optimism, and a dash of stubbornness. Not stubborn the way Esbern is about his beliefs, although I do find that attractive in some men. Usually the handsome ones. But I'm only stubborn when it comes to habits. Can't give them up, which can be a problem, depending on the habit.
What sort of habits?
For instance, I used to grind my back teeth like some helpless skooma addict. But now I don't. Mostly on account of them falling out. That's how you kick a bad habit. It's like if you want to stop a horse. You ride it faster and faster until it drops dead. Not that I'd recommend ever riding horses. Never, I repeat, never trust anything that sleeps standing up.
Well, you can just pull the reins and stop the horse. That works too.
That's what they've told me. But seeing as I've never actually ridden a horse, I don't know if it'd work. But I could never muster up the courage to try, given that I weigh a couple of ounces soaking wet.
So what's your responsibility? Is it cooking, cleaning, whatever?
Delphine said my only responsibility was to be myself. Seeing as I love food and have had a lifelong feud with dust, I mostly cook and clean. I did as much for Einethach when I was staying in Carthwaston, small town to the north of here. Used to be a big town, before all the business with the Forsworn. It'll take some time, but it'll grow back, like a lizard's tail, or an Argonian's. If I had a tail, I'd put a little bow on it. I could use it to sweep too, like having 3 arms and eyes in the back of your head.
Well, you're doing admirable work. I'm glad to have you here at the temple.
I'm glad you're here too, and if you don't mind putting a good word for me with Esbern, I'd appreciate it. He thinks highly of you, and I of him.
Okay. Thanks for talking to me.
Farewell. Or fair poorly, it's all the same to me.
Are we heading out?
Well, Dane, we're looking to find, Esbern. Wherever he is, could be anywhere in this place. There's another fellow that I saw, another person. Sitting on a chair. Yeah. Golder, this is Alduin's Wall. It tells the history of the ancient Nords when they battled Alduin way back in time. Interesting way of tell us how they managed to do, well, managed to blast them through time to the current time. That was how the only way they could defeat them back then. Again, Esmond will tell you, talk your ears off about it. I don't know where them Delphi and Esmond are. Anyway, I'll show you around Golder just in case you ever find yourself back here. Storage and sleeping area. Oh, there's Delphine.
Were the Greybeards any help? Did they know anything about the shout used against Alduin?
Well, you certainly changed it to something a bit more light, you could say.
Were the Greybeards any help? Did they know anything about the shout used against Alduin?
No, but I know how to find it. I need an Elder Scroll.
An Elder Scroll? That's not going to be easy to come by. Esbern's your man for that kind of thing. He may be able to at least point you in the right direction.
Yeah. Okay. Wherever he is. I don't know what she's wearing, but sort of Bakaviri armour she's wearing, I don't know. Where is Esbern anyway? Okay. It's a sleeping area. Oh, there he is. In the training area. Oh, there's Ben.
Did you need something?
So, any idea where to find an Elder Scroll?
Do you know the College of
Reach is a
Winterhold?
beautiful but
They have a
dangerous
deep
place,
interest in
eh?
such arcana.
One false step and you'll fall to your death. That is, if
Yeah, I
those
don't like that place
Forsworn
very
don't
much.
get you first.
I need a dragon slaying blessing.
May the scales of the dragonkind splinter at the touch of your arrows, and crack under the weight of your sword. That's all there is to it, Dragonborn. Good luck.
Okay. So what's important about me then?
Haven't you been paying attention to anything I've said?
Yes, but...
Only you can finally defeat Alduin and avert the end of the world. If we can just find out what this dragon-rend shout is, you may have a chance. Or not. There's no guarantee with prophecy. Merely hope. That's all,
Yeah.
A well-formed party is like a castle. The melee fighters are your ramparts. The healer is like the moats. The archers are, well, archers. The part is the same.
What is it?
It looks like body armour. Interesting. Anyway.